Hey everybody, it's Joe, Joe's Premium Firewood, coming to you live on Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024. Happy New Year. Hope everybody had a Happy New Year. I know I did, probably because of this game. I don't know if anybody watched it, but anyway, it was an awesome game. I'll talk about that later. Hopefully I'm horizontal right now, but what I got going on today is you can see I got my truck here. I have a customer that ordered a level truckload or a face cord approximately, and I put some of that cherry that Mike and I split on New Year's Eve. And then in here in the back, this is all oak that I got from my brother's stash over there, the mid-grade firewood. And I've got this ash I bought from Phil a couple weeks ago, and I'm going to go through it. Now, there's some pieces that I believe are wet, and some are, the ones that are dry are going into my truck. And I'm not going to reply to any comment until I know if it's horizontal or not. So I got the trailer hooked up, and then I'm going to split the wet pieces into here. I'm going to split the wet pieces into here and go. Hey, Rogales, quit talking. Well, I don't know if we're horizontal yet, so I'm going to keep talking until I know it's horizontal. So I'm going to stack the wet stuff over there in bay number 1 on there, and horizontal. There we go. Thank you. Somebody finally answers the question. You always got to tell me that when you're first joining. Now I know it's horizontal. Now we can proceed. Like I say, I've got this ash in here. There's some for my mom. We're going to split till it's a level truckload or face cord, and we're going to get her done. So I'm going to take you guys over here. I'm still using my backup tripod. I broke my tall one, and so I'm going to have to use this backup one. Is Brad here? How about them Michigan Wolverines? They look good. Boy, they lucked out, but I'll talk about the game while we're over there. But like if you just joined us, I got some cherry in here, and I don't need to check the moisture meter because I can tell you that stuff's dry, ready to burn. This stuff might need a little bit of time, so when I go to my customers, and he's only about 6-7 miles away, I'm going to charge him $180 to come and dump it in his yard. So I got you guys on the tripod now. I'm going to make my way over there because my fingers are starting to freeze. And hopefully my head's not cut off on here, but you got to be able to see the action too. So let me cut across here. I think Bill Moon should be joining us, but let me fire it up. It's about 30 degrees, so the ground's partially frozen. Not sure what Mike's doing today. He might be over at Eric's cutting, but I know his father-in-law took a fall, and now he's got to help him out and help take care of him and do all the stuff he does. So I don't know how much time Mike's going to have to cut, but I plan on going down there and meeting him and make some live streams of him dropping trees. Let it warm up for a second. While I warm my fingers. So like I say, I'm going to be splitting the wet wood into there and taking it over there and stacking it. The dry wood's going into my truck for delivery. I got a wheelbarrow up there for the scraps for Mom. So you're close enough, you should be able to hear me still with a microphone. Now when I turn around and grab the wood, I'll try not to talk because I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear me then. Ugh. We got some rain. Now it's cold, so some of these might be frozen. This feels a little heavy. Like I say, If I'm not sure, when in doubt, take it over there and then let it sit for longer. You can tell by how heavy it is. That probably needs a little more time. Which means it was probably sitting on the ground. If I remember correctly, a lot of this was wet. Now I know what Mike's been bringing me was like standing dead, so it's almost guaranteed to be dry. But when it's laying on the ground, it sucks up the moisture. Hopefully I can get enough to fill my truck. Don't need that many, but it needs to be dry. This is the second load he's bought from me this year. He's been buying from me for about 7 or 8 years. But like I say, if any haters are watching, I don't understand why people keep buying from me for so long. If all I do is produce junk wood, I don't understand that. It doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, that game yesterday, Michigan's defense was dominating. They played outstanding. The offense did good when they needed to, but man, the special teams about cost them the game. One guy fumbled that punt, missed the extra point, missed the field goal. They actually roughed Alabama's kicker, but the referee didn't call it, shockingly. Normally the referees are with Alabama like they are with the Cowboys. Got to be some dry ones in here. I'm going to end up splitting this whole load and not have my truck full. I gotta go over there and stack this stuff. Hopefully don't fill up the whole quad trailer. Need to get some dry ones. This is dry. I wore this hoodie in yesterday's video, but of course I was going to wear it today if they won. It was a nail biter the whole game. Holidays are over, it's time to get back to the grindstone. Stop playing games. We got a fire going right now. I think it's about, ran to the store real quick, said it was around 31 degrees. I hope everybody had a safe New Year's. Hopefully nobody went out and did anything stupid and got in trouble. And New Year's Eve, I was in bed by 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. I got up to pee at about 12:15. Noticed it was New Year's. Not one of my bigger holidays I celebrate. Don't like the crowds. Going out to the bars, just nothing but trouble. I used to do it all the time to about my mid-30s. Now I retired from that. Too old. If you're just joining us, I'm putting the pieces in there that I feel could use some more drying time. I'm going to take it over to bay number 1 and start stacking the sidewall over there. I don't think this guy heats with it, but maybe he has a stove, I'm not sure. Usually buys 1 or 2 face cords or truckloads a year. A little bit knotty. At least it's dry. Ready to burn. You can tell by the weight if it's dry or not. Ready to burn. If it's heavy, it means it's holding a lot of moisture. Billy Otis or Randy Clay make it yet today? It's kind of a pain setting all this stuff up. Took me about 20 minutes. I told the customer I'd be there. I would be there between 11:30 Eastern and 12:30 Eastern. I started about 11:15 Eastern. It should take me more like 20 minutes. Depends on how many wet ones I find. Oh, this one's wet. That one's wet. You can kind of tell it has like a yellow tint in the center. instead of being mostly white. So I'm going to take it over there and stack it, and then not sell it till like summertime or whenever. Maybe not even till like next fall. Depends if somebody comes in and takes it or not. Now there's more wet ones than I thought that I remember loading a couple weeks ago. This is before Christmas. Maybe I'm being too picky, I don't know. Hopefully he's got some wood left from the last time I delivered to him, and he can move that in and then let some of this stuff sit. But the best way to dry it too is we get a hot fire going. You can bring in several, like I don't know, 4 or 5 armloads and set it right by the fireplace. It'll dry this wetness out. It won't. Now, if it was green wood, it wouldn't dry it. There's a difference between wet wood and green wood. Wet wood will dry a lot faster than green wood. Unfortunately, a lot of this is wet. I know how much it's supposed to weigh. These are feeling too heavy. Most of these are. There's a piece of oak right there, oak limb wood. Barely making a dent in the truck because so many of these are wet. Video is going to be longer than I thought. Probably 80% of them are too wet right now. Need a little more time drying out. Why? He doesn't have room to store it, so I can't be too upset with him. But you know, the people that do have room, they need to order early and help me with the drying. come over and check on you, but it's like a long walk over there. You know I need to take a union break. My drink's over there, Billy. That's sitting on the quad. I do have my brother's wood on back, which I know it needs more time. Almost all oak. So when I get there, I'm gonna let him know. Put that on the bottom. So I'll set it aside so you can stack it on the bottom, give it more time. So far, this is my only delivery I got scheduled this week. I ended up doing 3 deliveries last week. Helped my cousin remove some boiler wood from his house. And I had one loyal customer. He moved away. He was gone for 2 years. First thing he does when he comes back, buys some JPF. I get back and have some mom's homemade chili. She made some homemade chili yesterday. That'll be lunch. That'll warm me up. It's almost cold enough day to have some hot cocoa out here. Oh, this is definitely not dry. Not ready. Waterlogged. Where are the dry ones? Where are the dry ones, Robella? If all these were dry, my truck would be full by now. I could go do the delivery. Gotta stand by my product though. If I put my name on it, it's gonna be ready. That's what sets me apart from my competition, why everybody buys from me over and over. Take pride in your work. Take pride in your work and everything else will sort out itself. That's the secret to a successful firewood business. We got a ton of rain all through December, and Phil's property where he cuts this stuff, the low-lying area, and it floods easy. If these trees are on the ground, they might go underwater. The ones laying on the ground like this one, you see that? Starting to fill up slowly but surely. Yeah, because so much this is wet, 20-minute video is going to be like 45 minutes. Probably put it on my YouTube also. We'll post later today. This is just cut at an angle, and you know, it's like an elbow shaped piece as it is. Got it to go though. Got to use my secrets. Daryl, New Jersey, watching. Michael Volk. about ready to start falling out of the quad trailer because it's so full of wet pieces. That's better than sending them to the customer. See how it looks in here. Got a ways to go yet. Finger warming brake. Obviously I didn't wear my hand warmers, finger warmers. About them Michigan Wolverines. I get to go blue. Hope there isn't any Alabama or Husky fans watching. I don't think I can split that one without it breaking because it's so knotty. Just gonna have to send it as an all-nighter. Might take a union brake and give you a different position, although I'm kind of facing you now. If I put you over there, I kind of got to look at you to talk. Sometimes this microphone don't work. I'm not facing you directly. I think I'm going to just have to keep throwing them in here now. I got to get it filled up, and that's full. I know these will dry fairly quick. Unless it's really, really bad, I'm going to have to just start putting them in there. Like I said, if the customer's real concerned about how dry it is, they better start ordering it early. A lot of them think, oh, we're just like Amazon and we got a warehouse. It's open 24/7, 365 with skids of wood, and you can just order anytime you want, and it's going to be bone dry. Fortunately, that's not how it works. And if there is operations like that, I'm sure it would make my price seem like pennies. I'm getting $180 for the space cord, delivered and dumped 7 miles away. kind of like to have the trailer empty so I can do half cord deliveries without having to stack it in my truck. That takes so long. Probably stack that when I get back. Oh, this is gonna have to go in there. Now, if you have a favorite team, football or whatever, you want Bill to make you one of these hybrid hoodies with your team on there at backspingraphics.com. I'm sure he'd accommodate you. Do whatever you want. He's real good at making these custom hoodies. You watching, Aunt Norma? Hi, Aunt Norma. I know she doesn't get in the chat, but she likes to watch these live streams. My mom's older sister. One of them. Make a decent sized wall. This guy has a custom built storage rack. Really nice. He needs to get another one or make the existing one bigger. So he can hold more wood and then work off one side, burn that, and then when it gets the other side, it's dry, and then I can fill up and go back and forth like that. Just the risk people take by not ordering early. And January is definitely not early. Early would be April, March, April, May. Then provide proper storage for the drying. I can only do so much with Bay 1 and Bay 2. Got oak alley out back, but that's just for oak. I try to save that for restaurants or meat smoking customers and charge extra for it. A few more pieces. Ugh. I can tell just by looking at it, that one's super soggy. So I think I'm gonna go through these last few in here. There's about five or six of them. Probably call it after that. Looks like about a face score to me. Ready to get out of this cold, although it could be a lot worse than it is. As you can see, no snow in January, and December was our least snowiest month, our second least snowiest month ever. Which is fine by me. Denise Williams watching, or Judy Krell watching the replay. Sure you hit that thumbs up, folks. Since Facebook doesn't share my old videos, I've been I'm going through the whole library and reposting them twice a day, 2 of them. Plus the short videos I make, the reels, and then I'll mix in a live stream or 2. I'd like to go see Mike, go to his honey hole at Eric's, and make a video of him dropping trees again. I know you guys will like that. We won't use the microphone this time because of all the technical difficulties we had last time. Alright, I'm going to go inspect this to make sure that all the holes are filled. Everything's going to come through this way. I'll show you what we got. Here's what we got so far. Looks like there's a hole right there. one up in that corner, so I'm gonna have to split more in there. I have to get more in there. Paw Tom's watching. That's a little stuff that's too wet. That's gonna go. I'm gonna stack it in there and make that wall in there. So I gotta keep working, trying to get this done. Done playing games. I remember loading this one. You know, we're burning this stuff. Just gotta, you know, see how we got it on our porch? See how I got all that wood on our porch behind me? And then we bring it into the house and let it sit. Let it sit by the fire for a few days. And then it's all ready. All the customer has to do is order early and stock up. Get a 2-year supply. And when he's down to a 1-year supply, order more. That's how they ensure it's dry. Not about that one. Almost forgot again. I don't think it's going to rain. I think I'll just leave the splitter here overnight. Leave it out here. If I need it again tomorrow, this is what I'm going to use it on. If I pick up some orders. Mike, I got to check with Mike and see if when he's going to cut next. I think the weather's supposed to be good. Well, actually now I'm thinking chance of snow tomorrow, so I don't know, maybe just be safe and sorry, hook it back up to this and put it back inside bay 1 so it stays nice and dry. I'm gonna call it. I think we're good. We got a face cord in there now, folks. Hit that thumbs up if you think it's a face cord, or if you know it's a face cord. Last little bit of warming my fingers. Well, I shut off the gas. Just like keeping the carburetor clean. It always starts up that way. I don't think I'll have a good signal where the delivery is, so I won't record that. Don't want to short the customer. What do you think? Full truckload. With this stacked in the back. That's all my brother's oak. What do you think, folks? Premium? Got thumbs up. I think it's premium. Looks premium to me. And then this is the stuff that's wet right here that I sorted, but I'll do that when I get back because I don't want to be late for the delivery. I always safely and on time. That's my motto. But I'm going to take it over here. You know, this is empty, and I'll probably stack it, build this wall up, and build this wall up. Then it can just sit there. Now, if a customer comes and doesn't want to go back here and load where I tell them to load from back here, you know, that cherry is the driest stuff I got and might just split it. So I'll do that when I get back, and then I'm going to go in and have some chili. Oh, looks like one fell out. Why didn't somebody tell me? Why didn't somebody say that one fell out, Joe? Don't forget that one. Don't want to short the customer. Oh, man, it sucks getting old. Oh. Yep, 54 will be 55 this year, folks. There we go. All right, folks. I just want to thank you for making it to the end. Everybody, thanks for all the thumbs up. I do appreciate that. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Go Blue! Hail to the victors!